call this the around the world pendulum combination. And what you're actually doing is you're combining this long arm pendulum here with, if I show you from this view, you're actually coming from the front to the back on the other side of your head, right? So if you were to look at my left hand, I'm swinging from the back to the front, and then from that flat position in the front, I'm doing a straight line across. The tip of the poi is following a straight line across to go back to the back. So back to front, straight line back. Back to front, straight line back. And then you're doing that with both arms, and one of them is doing the bottom while the other one is doing the top. I think the most awkward part of the motion is as your hand comes across here, you have to open this way to get behind you. So if we were to do the Pilates motion for this particular move, it's something like this. The left one's going to go around the head first. So grab your balls, and we're going to start in a T with your left arm in front. And what happens is your right arm is back here, and not surprisingly, just like with the flowers, with your titty drill there, you're going to have your hip open toward the back hand. Then your right hand is going to come across the bottom like this, right? So that's all the right hand does. And then your left hand, while that's happening, so you do meet here like this in a stack, right? So your right arm comes forward, as your left arm comes back. You meet in a stack. Then you open to the left like that, and you're in your other T. Then your right arm, so I'm going to turn around so you can see, then your right arm is going to come back this way while your left arm comes across the bottom. So your right arm bends, the left arm is long, so you again form a straight line here, and then you open this way to the back. Then right arm is long, left arm bends, straight line, and back. Then left arm is long, right arm bends, come to the straight line in line with your body, and back. And then left arm bends, right arm is long, straight line, and back. And then right arm's on top, and left arm's on top, right arm's on top, left arm's on top. Now, the difference between this and doing a flower is that when you're doing a flower, there's a fluidity to the motion because you're in continuous circles. When you're doing the pendulums, there's a distinct 0 point because if you look at, so I'll show you with my left hand. If you look at the motion, it distinctly stops at horizontal there. And then at horizontal, you drag it on the line. And then it stops back behind you. And so there's these two pauses, which I don't think you feel in the same sort of way when you're doing a flower. You're good, you're good, you're good. Then you're watching your hand, but then you're realizing you have to go like this. So keep looking straight. And as your left arm comes behind you, just twist your hip and allow the twist of the hip backward to propel it, because you have to give it more force coming past your face, which is a little scary. You don't want to be up here when you're back here. You want to be down here, so that as you come across the bottom, you're flat, not like super high. My sense of the sensation of it is as it's passing your ear, you have to almost give it more momentum so that you can get it, you can shoot it past you and back behind you and get it flat. And then it has to be just enough so that you get it flat and not overshoot it. You know, just the right amount, just a delicate touch. And I would say I'm using the hip just as much, if not more, than the hand to shoot it behind me. Like a pendulum, then a pendulum, then a third pendulum, and then on the fourth one, go around your head. Then just pendulum, and pendulum, and pendulum, and then go around your head, so that you can practice getting into the more comfortable motion and then go around your head. Or even if it's just around the head, pendulum down, around the head, pendulum down, around the head, pendulum across the bottom, around the head, and then across the bottom. Sometimes just having that extra respite in the middle as opposed to every single time can be helpful. If you start out like this with just a long arm extension, you could do just the right one. Going around the head and practicing just that one. Getting comfortable with that one. And then practicing your left one going around your head. Oops.